The light is a little bit better out here, right, than over here. So I don't know. I will go back and check, my video to see like where I left off, but like, I'm a little bit lazy. I mean, I thought the sound was working. I switched to webcam, and then that conflicted with my other USB. Blah blah. Was knocked it, hit it, whatever, and messed up my sound. Knocked it off, and then go check. I mean, it's just like I don't even want to look at it. You know what I mean? It's like, why I gotta do all that? It's just like I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about. So. But getting back to what I was talking about space colonization and consolidating, our industry. I don't know if it was without sound, but I'll go over it real super quick. I just want to make sure it's on there, down or whatever. It's super simple. I mean, it's just so easy. I mean, anybody would be like, oh man, that makes sense. But it's just like you gotta tell people, man. It's like you gotta understand the people with degrees now, they're fucking morons. You know what I mean? It's like just look at them like for real. And like all it is just like this social thing of saying who's smart or whatever. It shouldn't be about that. It should be like who could read, process, get the information, find out what the issue is, follow through with it, know what it is, and give you a result. You know what I'm talking about? That's what it needs to be, having a degree or not. You know what I mean? But now it's just like, all right, I'm going to convince this fool, that fool, and get a piece of paper, be like, I'm smarter than somebody. And that's the world we live in. Bullshit, man. Total bullshit. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, whatever, you know what I mean? It's just like, I try to be laid back, but people don't only be laid back about stuff, you know what I mean? So, anyways, getting back to what I was talking about, make it a long story short, we could have industry here, and it's very simplistic, so what Elon Musk is doing, he chose certain industries that are very forward thinking. He got space industry, Tesla, battery technology, and electric vehicles. And that's what I was getting at. Yeah, so that the crux of it is that it is straightforward. I'm gonna tell you straight, it is trucking, electric vehicle trucking, to bring the cost down to transport goods very quickly. So once you consolidate American industry within the United States, it can easily be done. Can be done. I'll take easily out of there. I'm talking about. If I was in charge, I'll make it easy. I'm talking about. Someone be like, "Oh, you can't do it. You gotta rely on China." Motherfucker, change your mentality. Be like, we could do it. It's easy. That's one of the only words I want to come out of your mouth. That we could do it. It's easy. But here we preface things. We put our biases. We tell people's opinions. We want to lead the conversation. We want to control the message. So that affects things, whatever. We shouldn't rely on that. We need the motivation for our natural interest to have industry within the United States. Boom, done. That is our priority and that's our goal, right? So no one should preface it and say it's impossible, it's hard, we got to rely on China, on a totalitarian regime. We got to rely on democracies, we got to rely on our democracy. Rely on the adjacent countries above and to the south of us, Canada and Mexico. I'm talking about? Those are the two biggest allies that we need. I mean, but it's just like, because of proximity. Now, when we can make industry, because it could expand out, we have all this land and we could do the right thing, how to use our population most effectively. Because of trucking, of, what we call it, electric vehicle trucking, because the cost will bring this nation together cheaper, more cost effective. We weren't buying these fossil fuels. So we used to be a rural part, but now have an industry because we get that to where it could be sold. We could basically set up industry anywhere in the country. Okay, we want a factory right there. West Virginia, no problem, factory. We destroyed fucking down south, the Confederate, because they had a plantation down there because they're being fucking racist dumb motherfuckers, and we had to destroy that whole fucking tract of Mississippi and Louisiana, and it never recovered for 100 years. Boom. You know what I'm saying? We could put a fucking factory. Oh, okay, let me just backstep for what. When I say factory, I really mean industry. I mean a self-sustaining industry. So let's not destroy that whole region and just building it up and having toxic fumes go everywhere and shit like that. I'm just saying something that could produce manufactured or some kind of service, some kind of an industry that we could put into a truck and the services that are adjacent to that industry, whatever, and just have it moving and bustling and have electric vehicles quickly transport what is where it needs to go, because then we could move that cycle faster, that R&D, that production, I'm talking about selling that product, I'm talking about having the consumer use that product and be like, oh, wow, this is really good. There's some feedback over here. This will add into the R&D. Let me send that back up to improve the product because I just used it. And they do that R&D again, incorporate that feedback, put that in production, boom, 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 and we can all have control of that. So we just have the raw materials coming in. You know what I mean? That's all we are. But now we're getting it built over here, built over there, built over whatever. It's floating in all these fucking oceans and Shintain forever, and we'd be holding to the other government's fucking, totalitarian regime. And Hawaii is a de facto part of fucking Asia because their whole mentality is loyal to over there, talking about. So it's just like, you can't bring the mentality that's here to the mainland. It needs to be cordoned off and contained, I'm talking about, because they don't give a fuck, they know that they need to have that country support them, or else financially and economically they won't be all right. I'm talking about. That's why there's a dynamically different between Asians here and the mainland. I'm talking about. In mainland, they get pushed, to become doctors, this and this or whatever. Out here, it's just like the work ethic is just shot to shit. I'm talking about. They rely on all this other external bullshit, China, whatever, to back them up. I'm talking about. It's just nonsense. I mean, simplistically, it's like that. It's not exactly like that, but simplistically, it's like that. They rely too much on external bullshit or whatever. And even what Asians in the mainland achieved, I'm talking about, is just like they parasite off that. I was like, man, that's not you. You didn't get that degree. That person got that degree. What I'm talking about? It's like, on top of that, you got to deal with other people. You can't just get a degree. You got to deal with people. You got to, do all this stuff, mean, greed, have all this other stuff, I'm talking about. It's like, come on, you ain't that. Those people are that. That's not you. You know what I mean? It's like someone hit a home run. That person hit a home run. Don't take the credit for that person and take it home. It's just like, you're not that person, man. You're not. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's just so funny. It's just like, but that's the attitude. I'm just like, man, get the fuck out of here with all that shit. What I'm talking about? It's just like, they know better than to bring any of that dumb shit lies to me, man, bro. Claps it as soon as it comes out their fucking mouths, But anyways, so industry, we just built wherever it is, in the United States, I'm talking about, because of electric vehicles. We need to understand that. And that's what we need to get to. It's just like, I think old bottleneck of, and we didn't realize it, but we realize now with battery technology. I think the next big hurdle and bottleneck of our industry, of our economy growing, is going to be smart highways. I was almost going to mess it up and say parkways and driveways. We need smart driveways. We could have smart driveways, but parkways and highways and electric vehicles, getting that. Transporting goods like it's nothing, like it's like right across town, oh, I need that, boom. What? Maine, Florida Keys, San Diego, fucking Washington, Portland, Washington, whatever the fuck's up, Seattle, Washington. It's all fucking right there. It's like going across town and shit, I'm talking about. That's what we need to get to. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's nothing. You know, so all right, we'll just get something. Boom, this comes in within a day or two, whatever. Boom, done. I mean, like you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's not even an issue. It's not even like an inconvenience. You know what I'm talking about? That's what we need to get at, and that's when industry would just be like normal. I mean, because everything's just be hustling, bustling. We could outproduce, outdo whatever. You know. So the saying, I'm telling you, electric trucks is the cost to be so damn cheap. You know what I mean? That's what we need to get at, man. That's it. Done. I mean, that's all we need. So, like I said, we'll pick that up. Very straightforward. Let's get there, man. I mean, I could see us being at the top again. You know what I mean? It's just like we shouldn't have to wait on shifts and unloading them. Our ships be going out, not the inverse. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense, man. And that's what we need to get on. We shouldn't be bragging about. Oh yeah, we could, you know, look at all the stuff that's waiting. You know, that should be our stuff. You know what I'm talking about? And they're just undercutting us. You know what I'm talking about? Controlling, you know, the monetary system. You know, augmenting it. You know, making their own people suffer to. So the wealth gets funneled into a very select group of people over there. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We could do a better way. We could uplift more people. Improve the quality of life of more people. You know what I'm talking about? By using the correct mechanisms of, you know, of what economy should be, not having it controlled, so only a few people benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? One of the ways is that, you know, we could have our industry moving together that is in a way that is not controllable like they're trying to do, but that were linked as it was in NEC would be. Sears figured it out when he put, you know, Sears in Chicago because he was the center of the country. Easy to send everything out. And that was over 100 years ago. Now we don't really have to worry about that. I mean, granted, a truck does take time to travel, whatever, but in reality, it's going to be like self-driving. It's going to be cheap. It's going to be like it's not even an issue. It'd be nominal aspect of the transportation. That's where we need to get at. And once it's that, then our industry will function as, you know, as any industrial a part of the country. But anyways, I wanted to do my hair for Halloween. I gotta see. I have like the jack-o'-lantern dread beads coming out. I don't know if it's gonna come in time because I looked online. I was like, I need to get some jack-o'-lantern head beads in. Where else I'm gonna get them? Ukraine. That's where they're coming in from. So, because you know, Ukraine, they're known for jack-o'-lantern head beads. Well, all, you know, dread head beads or whatever. So whatever. It's one of those things. And that got me thinking. I was like, why the fuck is it in Ukraine? Like, Ukraine can come with this. We can come with this shit. You know, and then we'll have trucking. You know what I'm saying? It's just fucking, you know, so it's like, whatever. I mean, the only thing that's stopping us is saying, okay, let's do it. It's like saying, well, Puerto Rico could be a bridge to all the other Latin countries, but no, we're not doing that. You know, why can't, you know, Puerto Rico some Latin produce? I mean, some Latin, you know, something that could just be everywhere over Latin America, whatever it is, you know what I'm talking about? But no, we don't want to do that. This is like, we just got to be like, okay, we need to use our own population the best effective that we could possibly do. But we want to do that, you know what I'm saying? We just take the easy way out, you know? So we live in this bureaucracy that long as we check off some boxes, it makes it look like we're doing something, and we get that perception, and it gives us more money to do it. We'll hide in that bureaucracy, a bunch of all this paperwork, you know what I'm talking about? No, That's not how we're going to overtake things, man. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you gotta be here, be there, be everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? And once our industry is there, that's when, you know what I'm saying, we'll be on top. You know what I'm saying? And that this perception, okay, we're the best because we say we are. No, we are the best because we constantly make sure we are there with actions, you know, without, you know what I'm saying? And then put a little bit of shine to it and say, yes, we're there plus that, you know what I'm talking about? We just can't just constantly just throw out bullshit and then it'll just be like a, you know, glass little shield that'll just collapse, and we can't have that, man. Anyways, so this is my new webcam, and I should change out my mic, whatever. But even though I had to fuck with it halfway, you know, a dozen times, sometimes, or whatever, it is what it is. But I'll have it all set up. I got a bigger setup planned for later on. So I'm out. I gotta pass out, you know, talk about on top of that, and I gotta do a few things tomorrow morning, and that's it.